Hello, welcome, WJ Burns, PHX. This here is a Stewart Warner Model 1911, made in 1937. It's a farm radio, operates off 6-volt battery. Um, it is a vibrator driven power supply. Operates off a 6-volt automotive battery or a farm battery. It has 5 tubes and 1 band, a broadcast band, AM only. The cabinet has been refinished. It is a semi-gloss, kind of. Has a new speaker grill cover. The knobs are originals. It has a black onyx trim on the base. The chassis has new stickers. Sorry for the glaring. It's early morning, about 7:30. The little receptacle you see in the back there is for a reading lamp that operates off 6 volts. This here is your vibrator power supply. Operates off a 6-volt battery. Right now, I have it on a sealed lead acid battery for much like a motorcycle. It's a 6-volt at a 12 ampere hour supply voltage current. I've tested this radio on this battery, and the battery is it doesn't last too long. I get about an hour's worth of use out of it before the battery needs to be recharged. If you use an automotive 6-volt battery, it will last quite a few hours. It'll be good for those times when you don't have an eliminator that you can plug into it and operate it off a different power supply, or you lose power on your other devices. So we'll fire it up here and let you give it a listen. It doesn't have very good reception qualities. It does have to be on a external antenna. I have included, there was a couple of wires that just hung out the back of the radio chassis here. I've included this this terminal strip here for the antenna and the ground. So it has to operate off an external antenna. Right now it's just on a long wire antenna, about 30 foot long, thereabouts. and an earth ground. So we'll fire it up here and let you give a listen to it. Right now, I'm only picking up three stations on here. Like I say, we're in a bowl here, and we're surrounded mostly by mountains. So it doesn't pick up all the stations that are in the area. Some are the ones it picks up are a local station and one out of Sedona, which is only 16 miles away. The farther ones that the other radios bring in pretty good. It doesn't do it. It can't bring them in. So this radio here, I've had this nearly 5 years sitting on the shelf, and it has been a real bug tussle trying to get this thing to operate, because somebody had been in there before and didn't get some wires in the right spot, and it took me a while of shelving it and tinkering with it and shelving it and tinkering with it, and finally I managed across a configuration where I started bringing in stations, but it doesn't do as good as the other battery radios that I've done before. And this is about the oldest radio that I've had, so it's coming off the shelf now, and it's going to go up on eBay in an auction for somebody who wants to just collect up an antique. Okay, we're on. I'm not really sure. That might be a Prescott station, and if that is, it's about 40 miles away. It might be 35, 40 miles, somewhere around there. It might be in the valley south of us, the other side of the mountain.
And rainbows, and you cross the line before I even get to speak.
I can't believe saying you're a friend of humankind is too much. But nevertheless, we will do our jobs and be official. And I'll start with this news on Antonio Brown. If you're someone out there and you have him in your lineup, do you play?
Volume.
What do you do today?
Oh yeah, you keep him active. I mean, they're going to feed him. They're going to get him active in the lineup. They're playing a terrible team. The thing that could happen here is that they're up by.
Okay, I had to break off the video there for a better part of the afternoon. Something came up that I had to take care of, and we'll finish this off. I believe we left off right here on the Sedona station.
Your Northern Arizona News, Talk, and Sports Authority. This is AM 780, KAZM Sedona.
Okay. Now this radio does need an external an external end and a ground in order to pick up anything. That one there, I believe, is a Prescott Valley station. And I'm not sure where that was at, but it's pretty far away, I'm sure, because it's kind of fluttering a little bit. So, and by the way, it's evening now, so it's about 6 o'clock.
New York is the second state to ban flavored vapes. Michigan had already enacted a ban. The music rule.
And the evening is bringing in a lot more stations than it did this morning. I'm not sure why that is. It might be because the sun is already headed south of Mingus Mountain. Now, that little sealed lead acid 6-volt battery that I got this on, it's bringing in these stations a little weak. It might perform better on an automobile battery, 6-volt. But like I say,
have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon,
like I say,
and other outlets. They handle all aspects
this
of the
little
process
battery
for
is going to go
writing,
with
cover art,
this
publicity,
unit, so that
copyright,
way
and
it'd be
editing.
ready to
Call
play out of the box.
800-501-3689 now for your free online submission kit. That's 800
But it'll only, a fully charged battery will only give you about an hour, maybe an hour and 52, hitting on the volume that you have it set at.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network,
And that's the extent of it.
Look back as frame.
I am not sure. I think that's the reservation station, but I'm not sure which reservation it is. Radio doesn't pick it up in the mornings. And I don't know if you can hear that. I'm barely hearing it. That is out of Phoenix. So like I say, you know, a larger battery with a lot more current power might give this thing a shot in the arm, because this battery is also feeding a lamp up here. It's a 6-volt lamp for the dial. The dial has been reprinted. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. It does have a different dial in it, and a new dial cover. So
Seguimos con más de José. 710 AM.
So there you have it. It's a 1937 Stewart Warner Model R 1911, a 5-tube AM radio, farm radio, going up for auction on eBay. Thanks for watching.